Welcome to the Ag Engineering Podcast, where we talk tools, tips, and techniques to improve the sustainability on your farm. I'm your host, Andy Chamberlain from the University of Vermont Extension. Agriculture needs to be sustainable in a number of ways besides benefiting the world we live in. There needs to be a balance emotionally, physically, and economically to support a sustainable lifestyle and a sustainable business. To help the industry, we chat with farmers to get their input on tools, tips, or techniques that have changed the way they farm for good. Hopefully, these tips will provide you value in ways that you can improve the whole sustainability on your farm and make it a fun place to work. Thanks for having a listen. Now, let's get into today's topic. I'm calling this episode 0, where I'm introducing the idea, feeling out the audience for your interest and feedback. This summer, I asked a few farmers if they were podcast listeners. When I asked Silas from Last Resort Farm, he cut me off. Here's a clip from the conversation.
You guys have a podcast? Are you going to do one?
We were thinking about doing
it. Yeah, you guys should definitely do that. People would love it. They were already interviewing a lot of Vermont farmers anyway.
They were. Yeah, no, we were thinking about doing one.
Yes.
So I wanted to get kind of your feedback.
I would listen to it, definitely.
Okay, good to hear. The format we were thinking is kind of breaking it down into smaller chunks. So rather than a full hour and a half long interview about a specific farm, we'd be talking about a specific topic.
Yeah.
So we could talk about how you humidity control a cooler.
Yeah.
Just a 15 or 20 minute thing.
Sure.
And then farmer from across the state can listen to that, kind of hear the pros, the cons, the setup you've got, what you like about it.
That'd be great.
As kind of quick snippets of individual things. So talking about coolers, talking about flow, talking about wash pack space or green spinners, kind of topic specific.
I would definitely be into that, and happy to help out with it.
He was also quick to suggest ideas for topics to cover.
Bed prep, weed control, irrigation practices, fertilizing schemes, and I think because this is becoming more and more common, as drip becomes more common, fertigation, and how people are doing that.
I also pinned down Taylor and Jake of Footprint Farm while they were harvesting carrots out in the field this fall. Here's how that conversation went down.
I have been thinking about starting an agricultural related podcast, so I wanted to pick your brain a little bit and see if that was something that you would be interested in listening to.
Yeah.
And what type of stuff would be valuable?
But to choose a topic and then just cover that with, I think that's a cool angle to come at it from.
It'd also be cool if it was kind of crowdsourced a little bit, like if you had a website with a list of topics and then people could suggest I know so-and-so who is amazing at that, you should ask them.
Taylor was pretty quick to pitch in topics of interest herself.
We're talking about an undercutter today, and we're just talking 10 or 15 minutes with the farmer about that.
That'd be awesome.
That would be really awesome. Or mid-scale equipment.
Yep.
Not the 1 acre, but not the 10 acre.
Yep.
What do you use?
Yep.
Yeah. I could tell you all the things that we don't have answers for.
It was really crazy trying to find the information when we were trying to figure out our tillage program.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That'd be so cool. Or greenhouse monitoring technology or CSA dadatabase.
Now you're just getting selfish.
I know, but I'm not the only
brainstorming
one
ideas,
I think it's a great idea. I'm a subscriber.
Yeah, I think that you definitely would find an audience for that.
Well, I'll keep this one short, and I hope to keep future episodes fairly short and easy to digest as well. I really want to capture user reviews, input, and kind of the tips and tricks and the nitty-gritty details of specific pieces of equipment or specific practices that you've improved that really make your life better. So, if this podcast sounds like something fun and interesting that you'd want to listen to, shoot me an email and provide some feedback on and a thumbs up saying that you'd subscribe and you'd love to hear more. That's all for this episode, so thanks for listening and have a great day.